As a kid, I played a lot of games, and that really hasn't changed. I still play a shit ton of games, and I love them. They can tell really complex stories, give you a lot of good life messages, and just give you an experience that's unforgettable. Even if they do make me a little angry sometimes. Helldivers 2, please fix your servers. I just want to liberate the galaxy. But I'm sure, like all of you, as we've grown up, we've seen games come and go, and we've had ideas for games that we think would be fun. And we've also seen a lot of games get canceled, and that absolutely breaks my heart. You can't tell me you've never sat there and wondered what first-person Mario would be like. Shout out Rocket Jump. Also, Freddie Wong, what the fuck are you up to, dude? I've been looking for what that guy's up to for like the last 5 years. I mean, thanks for Video Game High School. Holy shit, that was some gas. But where are you? All jokes aside, today I want to talk about some games that got canceled that I think that I think are just absolute crimes that they weren't. And also, there's a game idea at the end that I've wanted for 10 years, and I wanted to talk about with you guys today. Which, if you're here for my Project Zomboid video, that is coming very soon. I just wanted a fun and easy video to make, and this is what I thought of. I hope that you sincerely enjoy the rest of this video. There are so many trailers that dropped that I watched when I was a little kid that I thought were going to have such a large impact on the gaming scene. And watching some of them today, I still get the heebie-jeebies. Only to then realize that they were canceled and never came out. Now, among these games is a game called Prey 2. Now, I could make a whole video on how the trailer of this game absolutely blew my fucking 10-year-old brain out the back of my head. If you haven't watched the Prey 2 trailer, pause this video, type in Prey 2 trailer, go watch it, and then come back here. Also click the subscribe button, but then come back here and you'll completely get what I'm talking about. This game was going to be published by Bethesda and was being developed by 3D Realms. They're known for a lot of games, which some of them aren't good, but the conceptualize and the idea of Prey 1 was enough to get me absolutely interested. Now, Prey 2 is a sequel to Prey 1. Now, not that Prey, this Prey. And in Prey 1, you play as a character named Tommy, who is in the southern part of the United States whenever an alien spacecraft called the Sphere abducts you. And you basically have to fight your way out of it, seeing and witnessing some terrible things and going through some real shit on the way out. This game was released in 2006, and from the gameplay, you could have probably guessed that. However, this game had some crazy level designs and some really cool aspects for the early 2000s. For example, it had working fucking mirrors, which for some reason is something that we still can't get down. The level design alone in Prey 1 was commendable, and it was impressive to me just watching the gameplay. And I was born in 04, so I was not old whenever this game came out, but recently I had played through it and it was a wonderful time. The main character is genuinely interesting, and his reactions to a lot of the events that are going on is as you'd expect a person to react. And the story is dark but not edgy, like, and I will be the night. Now take all of that and fast forward to the Prey 2 trailer. Now in Prey 2, it takes place in the same universe, but you are playing as a different character. And what we know about the game is that you are going to be a bounty hunter in the same universe and be hunting aliens for bounties. And with the trailer, it looked super cool, showing super cool sci-fi gadgets, and the music and just everything captivated people so heavily. Only to then be canceled and never fucking brought up again. And it was also confirmed that in the storyline, you would eventually meet the character from the first game and work along with him, and it would advance the story and update you on how he was in life at that point, which left so many... The trailer for the second one left so many unanswered questions for the first character that it intrigued a lot of people immediately. And the reason that it was canceled is highly ironic. So Bethesda was publishing it, and Bethesda was also the one that canceled it. Now you may be asking, Cambry, why did Bethesda cancel such a banger-looking game? Quality concerns. Bethesda canceled a game for quality concerns. I don't think I need to explain to you why that is tomfoolery, but holy shit, you're gonna cancel this and then release this. What the fuck? The second one I'm going to bring up in this video hurts me the most, if I'm being honest with you. Holy shit, this one makes me so upset. A lot of us have heard of PT, and that's for very good reason. PT was on the PS4, and it stood for Playable Test. And it was planned to be Silent Hills. And the Silent Hill franchise has had some rough patches. It also starred Norman Reedus before he was a mailman. If you've played PT, you know and understand that it is one of the most atmospheric horror games out there, with just some of the best fucking audio design I have ever seen, and you can't play it anymore unless you have a console with it installed on it already, and those go for a very, very, very high price. And as I mentioned before, since all we really have for the Silent Hill franchise nowadays is the Silent Hill 2 remake, which I am praying to God that it is good. I am just, please let it be good. It is hard not to wonder where the Silent Hill franchise would lay today if it was released and fully fledged out. The story of PT is told in such a unique way, and I loved every second of it, and it is a wonderful story. I mean, it's a terrible story, but it is a wonderful fucking story. I mean, the way that it is told to you through the radio and through the environment, and how just the entire way that the game is designed, that you walk through the same corridor over and over and over again with slight changes, is the perfect way to make that simple hallway feel so unfamiliar and new to the player. It honestly taps into that fear that a lot of people have of subliminal spaces where they feel familiar but you know something is off. It is that, with the addition of knowing that you're being stalked by almost like a spirit entity that is much more than just a person, while hearing this constant creaking noise of this lamp, and just roaches are everywhere, and you can hear raining, and it's like, it's just so perfect. And that ending scene where you realize that it is Norman Reedus and it tells you the title Silent Hills is just the cherry on top. Especially from the mind of Hideo Kojima, who is genuinely one of the coolest fucking people on the planet, I think. I love how unique his games are, even if they are a little weird. I'm looking at you, Troy Baker, with the guitar and the new Death Stranding trailer. I still respect him an immense amount because of how true to his own vision he is. Whenever you play a Kojima game, you know it's a Kojima game because it looks like you're inside of his brain. And if they could have took these aspects of great storytelling, the same atmospheric horror, with the same quality of story, I would have played the shit out of it and enjoyed every second of it. Before Star Wars was a Disney mess, and they had just acquired it back in 2013, 2012, at E3, they announced this game called Star Wars 1313, which looked like it had a similar gameplay style to Uncharted, but with the Star Wars franchise attached to it, which, holy shit. In the age of everything was either a Jedi or Sith, it seemed really refreshing to just play as a normal guy and just do normal guy shit, but like cool guy shit. The trailer had this really cool showcase of the climbing system, the combat, some of the abilities that you were able to do, and there was even like a little the little test demo where you play as Boba Fett and go through this crowd, and there's some really cool interaction, and the setting looks so cool. And what's great about this is that because it's Star Wars and the lore is so vast and deep and complex, what you can do with this game is almost limitless, and how much story you could tie into it is incredible. I want you to close your eyes for a minute, all right? I'm being serious. Close your eyes. All right, I want you to imagine being in Imperial area, going undercover to do a drug deal, right? You gotta land on the planet. You gotta equip a uniform, maybe because you're already known. You just gotta blend in with the environment. You're a known outlaw. They know who you are. So you gotta hide. You go to the cantina that this drug deal is going down at. You see the guy. You're giving it to him. He gives you the drugs. He says to follow him out back to get the money. Now it's an ambush, and now it's a shootout, and you'll kill all of them. But now you're like, oh shit, the stormtroopers know it's me. I gotta get back to my ship. Now imagine that it is a open world city area where you are allowed to take your own path back, and you are allowed to do it your way. Maybe you could sneak. Maybe you could drive the car that you just killed them with. Maybe you could go all guns out and try and kill as many stormtroopers as you can and take them down with you. Point being is that the amount of options you can put in a game like this, albeit it would be very hard because I'm not a game designer, would be fucking cool, man. It would have been so cool. And yes, there are speculations of an open world Star Wars game, which I pray to God, please let that happen. But the gameplay here looks so solid and open for it. Now, since we're near the end of the video and I've gone over the main games that I wish were absolutely made, I want to talk about a game that I have been wanting to get made for the past 10 years. Will it ever happen? No, but I need to share this idea with someone because it is eating me alive. When I was a young lad, I had spent many a night watching cartoons. I'm sure all of us did. And among them was the show called Adventure Time. And before you ask, no, I'm not talking about fucking Fluking the Pig. I'm not talking about Card Wars. Although if Card Wars did exist, I would shit my pants, dude. Oh my, we've all wanted that. That's like a known thing. We've all wanted Card Wars to be a thing. Adventure Time just seems like the perfect platform to use to convey the message from the show to a game platform and tell it beautifully through Finn the Human. There are many messages in Adventure Time, all of them very good. Loss of innocence, growing up, how good things are sometimes bad and how bad things are sometimes good. Just overall relationships and how they can shift. Just there's some. If you haven't watched Adventure Time, go fucking watch it. I just love a good story, and whenever you're in control of the character in the story, I feel like it would hit that much harder. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the same story as a game, which is another reason that I think it would make the coolest fucking game is how limitless Adventure Time is in its script. Whenever you're writing something that is very realistic, you're kind of putting yourself in the box. And what that means is you have to conform to how reality works. Adventure Time does not conform to how reality works at all, making its story completely limitless. And it could be at really any point in the story at all. But I just have wanted an open world Adventure Time game for like 10 years. And Jake could be an NPC that follows you around and acts as a gadget, almost like providing you to get to higher areas. You can use them as a glider. Close your eyes again. Now imagine Breath of the Wild environment, but in the land of Ooo, with the same amount of quests to go find and do, but with Jake as your buddy following you around, gliding, and you can build the swords from the show. You can build any of them and use them, and they have different effects and different strengths, and you have to dress up Finn to go into different environments, go explore them with secrets and caves and different, you can find the Enchiridion. Just all of that sounds so, open your eyes, all that sounds so goddamn cool, man. But I think that is enough yapping for now. Sorry, I just wanted to get this, I just love talking about games. But I hope that you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Please always remember to love each other, and I will see you next time.